Hello and welcome to Throwdown Thursdays. My name is David and today I'm joined by my good friend and fellow teammate Ashley.
Hello.
And today we are playing more DC deck building. We've already played this a couple of weeks ago, so if you'd like to watch that video, please check the link in the description or the top right hand corner. The only difference is we are now playing with two superheroes and we're actually playing with all of the villains. So Ashley, we can see you got Batman and Martian Manhunter. Are you happy with that combination?
Yeah, it's not too bad. I'm not crazy about it, but
Yeah.
it will do. I think you've probably got the best hero.
Would you say Aquaman?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think he's so good.
And Wonder Woman's not too bad either, allowing
Yeah.
me to draw every time I buy a villain. But Martian Manhunter's good.
Yeah, he can be good, but like with Batman and Superman, he's very specific, like villains and heroes. You need to play two in a turn for him to activate.
But if you do activate two, that's an extra 6 power.
Yeah, definitely.
Or even if you just activate one of the abilities, still an extra 3.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Obviously, Aidan's got the Green Lantern like you had last turn. But that's any 3 different named. That was it plus what?
+3.
Plus 3.
Yeah.
But it's for anything that's over cost 1.
Yeah, cost 1 or greater. Yeah.
So he's kind of like Martian Manhunter in a way, I would say.
Yeah.
But so you're pretty happy with your superheroes at the moment.
Yeah, pretty good.
So the difference obviously here is that we're playing with two. So keeping focused on your character abilities becomes even more important, doesn't it? Because they can help you so much more. You can generate a lot more power a lot more quickly, can't you?
Oh yeah, definitely with two, like 100%.
And obviously we're playing with all the villains, so the game is gonna maybe drag out a little bit longer. But with the extra superheroes, you're hoping that it won't.
Yeah.
So this game, we've pretty much spoken about how the game works. Obviously, by different cards from the middle, and you buy the hero. So you've got loads of different locations, equipment, superpowers. So I think maybe we'll just go through specific cards and say what we enjoy about them.
Yeah.
So the villain that's just come out, what's his name? I've completely forgotten.
It's
already.
Sinestro.
That's the one. So he's got a pretty basic effect, isn't he? Just allow you to draw off the top of the main deck.
Yeah, but I mean, some of the cards you could get off the main deck, as long as he's not a hero, because if it's a hero, he destroys it and you get +3 power. But any other type of card goes straight to your hand, and it's a really good effect. You could get like super strength.
Yeah, that's true.
Just with his effect, and yeah, it's awesome.
But the more powerful cards, they're rare and far and few between, aren't they? You're going to get like the things that cost 3 and 4. They're going to give you 1 or 2 power.
Yeah.
So really, you're playing one card and it's just giving you 1 power on the hopes that you do pick that super strength and it's something really really good.
Yeah.
And we've got Parallax, which come out really early. So hopefully, if someone gets that, the double power is going to be pretty good.
Oh yeah, it's so good.
When he came out, it makes everyone discard their cards that cost 2 or less. Aidan actually discarded his whole hand, so he missed a whole turn there.
Yeah.
And that just shows how devastating some of these cards can be. Would you maybe consider like putting the villains in a specific order, like number least to the strongest?
I think if you want an easier game, then yeah, there's no reason why you can't do that. But I think mixing them up, it could drag out the game, because like it's happened, we've got one of the highest cost villains in the game come out on, like, was that the third villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, it's just going to make the game drag out a little bit longer until someone's eventually got that 12 power. But then after that, the game's going to speed up a lot, because everyone's trying to build a deck to get 12 power to buy Parallax. And a lot of people do get close, some people don't get close.
Yeah.
But you're almost there. So everything underneath that is then going to become a very quick game.
Especially if the next one is an 8.
Yeah.
So you played your first location and you shuffled it back in your deck.
Yeah.
I
Fantastic.
think this is the only misplay of the game. I wouldn't call it really a misplay. You obviously draw it at some point later on.
Yeah, I knew I'd done it. Once I'd shuffled my deck and I was sitting there, I was like, yeah, I've shuffled my location to my deck here.
How important would you say locations are to the game?
Oh yeah, I think drawing extra cards is so helpful in games like this where you've got to generate as much power as you can.
Yeah.
Even if you draw an extra punch and it's an extra power,
Yeah.
you're just generating that power just by drawing extra cards, and so helpful.
And who knows, it could be that one extra card that allows you to trigger your hero ability. Because you draw more cards or gain more power, etc. So if your location comes out, do you buy it straight away, or does it depend what your deck looks like? Because obviously they're specific to the type of card you have. So if you play your first hero, superpower, draw a card. So if you have no superpowers, would you bother going for the location for superpowers, or?
It depends, really. I mean, if you can see someone who's got a lot of superpowers and you're thinking, right, they're going to get it on their next turn.
And that's going to help.
Sometimes it's nice just to get it off the lineup, and it's in your deck instead.
Because it can be devastating.
Yeah, it could be devastating, but even if you've got 1 or 2 kicks, you're going to benefit from that extra draw. So
and once you play it, it stays out in front of you, so it's not Obviously, you just played yours again, Titan THOW. So what's that? It's everything that's 3 or 2?
Yeah, 2 or 3. First time you play a 2 or 3 cost card, draw a card. You can do that once per turn.
Yeah.
So
you've just played Mira. How useful is she? You've actually make quite good use of her every time I see you play.
Oh, you mean Zatanna Satara?
That's it, sorry, Zatanna Satara.
Yeah, no, she can be helpful. Putting 2 cards on the bottom of your deck kind of getting a hand, putting 2 cards at the bottom, you're kind of preparing a hand for later turns. So yeah, it can be quite helpful.
Nif Metal is obviously a really nice card. It allows you to diminish your deck and get rid of those punches, vulnerabilities, or weaknesses if you ever get them.
Yeah, exactly.
So what villain have we got at the moment?
That was the anti-monitor.
Yeah, so he's gone. And Brainiac, I would say this is your favourite card, just the way the amount of times I've seen you play this card.
Yeah, I think in like I said before, like when you play with 3 or more players with Brainiac, it's just so good. You're using everyone's hand, and there's nothing they can do about it because it's not an attack. So they've got to just accept it.
just accept that you're going to steal one of their cards.
Yeah.
Darkseid's really good, especially if you get him as an ability, allowing you to destroy more cards in your hand. You get +5 power. But the cards you want to destroy are like punches and vulnerabilities, really.
Yeah, 100%. You don't want to start destroying other cards unless you've got like a Nif Metal and you've got Zatanna Satara and you get into the end game and you're like, well, I need this extra 2 power just to buy this villain, so I'm going to destroy these 2. Yeah, you're destroying 2 victory points, but you might be gaining 5 or 6. So
exactly, so it
could benefit.
It might be worth it, mightn't it?
Yeah.
I think earlier on in the game, Aidan got the princess again, that allows you to game all the villains.
Yes.
And what's the equipment one that does that? Is it Dark Knight?
Yeah, Dark Knight with the equipments, yeah.
Would you say that they're quite integral to buying something like, when you see them come out, are they like key cards that you'd want to pick up?
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, they're just going to generate so much victory points, and I mean, the Dark Knight with equipment I can't think of an equipment that you don't want in your deck. They're generally pretty good. And same with Princess Diana. Her ability to put all villains in your hand that cost 7 or less. Well, you gain them, not into your hand, sorry. Yeah. But you gain them. It's just such a great ability, and like it could be 2 villains out there and generating 2 victory points just for playing 1 card.
Some of the stronger ones, they're worth 2 victory points.
Yeah, you might get Doomsday.
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like you've got 2 locations now. If multiple locations come up, do you just still go for them anyway?
Yeah, I think you just go for them. Just go for them both.
Especially like now that you've paid your X-ray vision, so you're going to use all of our power, or power from someone else's ability, and then you get to draw 2 cards because it's 3 or under. And is it the Watchtower? Not the Watchtower. What's this one here?
Yeah, that's the Watchtower. Yeah, the heroes.
Yeah. Is that for heroes?
Yeah.
All right. But you can combo them off, can't you? So you can draw like multiple times.
Yeah, definitely.
So if you was to play like, I don't know, Kid Flash.
Yep,
so
cost 2.
Yes, and it draws as well.
Yeah, so you draw for Watchtower, then draw for Titan Tower. So you're drawing 3 cards with 1 card basically.
That's mental, and that's obviously the kind of thing that you can see in this game. Like the combos can be ridiculous, and they can every card can almost combo with each other.
Yeah.
So I've actually generated enough power to buy the villain here, and I've decided to go for Lobo.
Yes.
Only for the fact that he was so strong, and I thought that he's still got a few more turns probably. There's quite a few villains left in the deck. Do you think that was a mistake from me?
Again, this is going back to the Ra's al Ghul and Man of Steel argument.
Yeah.
Like, do you go for Ra's al Ghul? Do you go for Man of Steel? I think overall Lobo is going to help you thin down your deck. Looking at how many villains are roughly left, maybe about 4 or 5. Yeah. So yeah, it's not a terrible play, and I think is he worth 4 victory points? Black Manta, and Lobo's probably 2, so you've probably lost out on 2 victory points, but overall the effect of Lobo's pretty decent.
As long as I can get him, yeah. Depends how thick our decks are getting.
That's it as well, yeah.
Suicide Squad, obviously, I think we spoke about it before, that it's quite an important card to try and get, but I think this is only the 2nd or 3rd one that's come out. It might even actually be the 1st, now that I think about it.
I'd just like to point out, I made 2 misplays this game.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, 3. Definitely 3.
What was that one?
I remember doing it. I got extremely angry both times I'd actually done it. So when you defend with super speed, you discard the card into your discard pile.
Yeah.
Then you draw 2 cards. So my deck was empty, so I had to shuffle. Yeah. I've left super speed in front of me, shuffled my deck, drawn my cards, and then put super speed into my discard pile. But super speed should go straight into discard pile, and then you shuffle and then draw if you need to draw. So.
So towards the end of the game, we're coming to now, and you just done a really nice sweep up there. You pretty much took out the whole lineup. Is that rare to happen or not really?
I mean, when you're playing with one hero, it can be quite rare. But when you're playing with double heroes, and you're generating a lot more power than you would with one hero, so yeah, it can become quite a common thing in these games, especially near the end of the game, when you've got a lot of your good cards now, and you're kind of going through them. So yeah, it can happen.
Yeah, it can. So Lex Luthor came out, and I saw everyone was skirmishing for the weaknesses. Everyone obviously gained one. I think Joker came out a little while ago, and Aidan got one to the top of his deck as well.
Yeah.
Weaknesses haven't really played a key part in this version, because a lot of the villains, they're the ones that give you the weaknesses, but none of them seem to have shown up. But some of the few supervillains give you weaknesses as well.
Yeah.
And it's really annoying when you draw them, isn't it?
Yeah.
It just throws you off completely.
Oh, 100%.
We'll come down to the last villain. Unfortunately, it would have been good if it came out at the beginning. But this is probably one of the most interesting villains I've come across.
Yeah.
So you take your hand and you draft, basically.
Yeah.
And this, I can't remember what cards you had in your hand, but sometimes it could benefit you. Sometimes it could be bad. If you've got a whole hand of punches, you just get rid of them.
Yeah, no problem.
And there was I think the first hand I got a nice card from Aidan. I think I took one of the supervillains.
Yeah.
So that's a lot of points, isn't it? But his ability when you play him during your turn as well was really good as well.
So OP.
He's similar to Man of Steel, just gaining so many cards back.
Yeah, you gain 0 to 8 cost of cards.
Yeah.
From your discard pile into your hand.
That's 9 cards that you're getting.
Yeah.
That you could get, because obviously 0 includes the punches and vulnerabilities as well.
Yeah.
Not that you'd ever want a vulnerability into your hand, but...
Unless you want to destroy it with Dark
That's
Seed.
true. Yeah, that's true. Exactly. So we come to the end of the game. Aidan's got 40. I got 41, and you end up with 54.
Wow.
Was you shocked?
Nah, not this game. I wasn't.
Was you shocked that I lost because I had Aquaman?
Yeah, I was a bit upset that you lost with Aquaman. To be honest, whoever has Aquaman normally wins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just being able to add cards to the top of your deck and knowing that you're drawing.
Yeah. Well, right from the beginning, you can put a kick on top of your deck.
Yeah.
In the first round, all of a sudden, you've already got 2 power, plus any power you generate from that.
Yeah.
So you could already have a maximum of 6 power on your second turn.
And
you're buying Doomsday, and that's in your deck. Well, I think that's what you actually did.
I think so.
Pretty early on.
Yeah,
you had a Doomsday.
Yeah. But obviously, probably made some poor decision. Maybe the Lobo wasn't perfect.
But again, it's 2 victory points.
Yeah.
You lost out on. Did you use Lobo?
I didn't use Lobo.
So you wouldn't have used Black Manta either, which is plus 3 power draw a card. So it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, but extra 2, and saying they're still not nowhere near you, is it? But that draft could have been at the end with Felix Faust. That could have been the game changer.
Yeah.
I don't know what card you had. Can you remember what card you had in your hand?
No, I really can't.
It could have been loads of punches, and you could have just capitalized completely on it. You could have earned so many more.
Well, I think I had a pretty good hand from what I played after that. I think the first card I played was X-Ray Vision.
Yeah.
And then I played Doomsday, which I must have got from you.
Yeah, more than likely.
Because you probably had a supervillain that you didn't want to get rid of, so you give me Doomsday.
Yeah.
So I've already gained 4 power plus an X-Ray Vision using one of your cards on top of your deck. So.
Yeah. At that point in the game, though, it's pretty much, well, for me, because there was only one villain, it's probably keep as many victory points as you can, isn't it? Rather than the specific cards. But, yeah, congratulations, Ashley. I think Aidan won the last one, didn't he?
Yeah, he did, yeah.
Lucky. That leaves me in the dust, so it's going to have to be a rematch.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you next time.
Goodbye.